Hey guys, the Dallas, Texas real estate market is facing some huge challenges as we close out the 2023 year. Hey guys, my name is Alex Piech, Dallas, Texas real estate agent. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing the truths and the challenges in the North Dallas real estate market. But listen, don't worry, I'm also going to be sharing some insights, some strategies, and tactics on how to navigate this challenging market. If you are thinking about buying, selling, or investing, you're not going to want to miss this video. As we do every single month, we kind of pull back the curtain and talk about what's actually happening in the market and share with you guys the numbers as it relates to the previous 30 days in the market. So without further ado, let me pull up the report for the North Dallas Real Estate Market Update Report. This is the December edition. We're going to go through this very fast, guys. Below the video, you can download this month's report. We also have several different cities that we break down in depth, including Plano, Frisco, Prosper, as well as McKinney. Now, when we look at the market, when we talk about the challenges facing the market, there's two huge challenges. Number one is inventory, the amount of homes that are actually available for sale. The second is interest rates. And obviously everyone's like, yeah, no kidding, interest rates. But there's several reasons why interest rates are a challenge. And it's not just for buyers. It's not just the affordability. It's what interest rates are doing to home sellers. You know, there's a lot of sellers, and don't quote me on the exact number, but I believe it's over 75% of home owners actually have an interest rate below 4%. And many of those homeowners are kind of stuck in their home because of these 3% interest rates, okay? So it's what we call frozen inventory. These sellers aren't putting their homes on the market because they're not giving up lower interest rates to go buy homes, and that's keeping inventory really low. So we're going to talk about that in today's market update report. But let's talk about the health of the overall real estate market. The first number I always look at each and every month is what I refer to as the pending sales ratio. This is the greatest indicator to say how is the buyer activity in the market. And right now, 30% of all homes listed already have a contract, which is an active real estate market. So again, 30% of all listings are already under contract. So that's a good number of pending sales. As we look at this chart, you can see the number of listings with the number of homes under contract. This chart, you can see they correlate very nicely. This is exactly what we would see in a normal real estate market. Everything here looks very, very healthy. As we scroll down, you'll see in the last 6 months in North Dallas, and again, guys, this is kind of your Plano, Frisco, Prosper, Salina, McKinney, all of the areas north of Dallas. We've had 5,840 homes successfully closed. And the price point where we're seeing a lot of sales is between that $400,000 and $600,000 price point. In the same 6 months, we've seen 1,912 homes come on the market and fail to sell. Okay, these are expired homes, off-market homes. They came on the market for one reason or another, they did not sell. And just so you guys know, this is normal in a healthy real estate market. If you go back before the kind of the unicorn pandemic years where things were insane, if we were to go back in 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25 to 35% of homes that go on the market for one reason or another do not sell. That is very normal. So we're getting back to that. Okay, so nothing to be alarmed with here. Again, those numbers are correlating normally. As we scroll down, you're seeing the normal days on market. We'll talk about that in more detail here. This last column, this is the analysis of the absorption rate. This is one of the most critical numbers a real estate professional should be tracking. It's the month's supply of inventory. This is the number when you hear all the media pundits talking about, are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market? This is how you define the market, okay? When you look at the number of homes that sell every month based on the current buyer demand, we look at it and say, okay, right now, based on the current buyer demand and the number of homes available for sale, we have 2 months of inventory. A normal real estate, balanced real estate market is 6 months. So you can see there's not a lot of inventory on the market. So this is classified still as a seller's market, okay? So again, 2 months of inventory based on the last 6 months of sales data, okay? This estimate is often used to determine how long it would take to sell off the current inventory of properties if all conditions remained the same. Let's scroll down. Here's, you can see the median sold price, the median days on market. Again, please listen carefully. We are in the seasonality of the fourth quarter heading into Q1 where everything slows down. We have the holiday season, the new year, there's Christmas. You know, what happens during that time? Fewer sellers put their homes on the market. Therefore, there's fewer sales. Fewer sales, home value appreciation slows down. Median sales price comes down. Days on market goes up. What you're seeing in these charts is 100% normal. Now, what you're going to hear in the news is, oh my God, median sales price dropped. Yes, and they drop every single fourth quarter, every single December, January, and February for as long as I've been a real estate agent, which is 20 years. So you want to decipher fact from fiction and what is just a media story, clickbait. Now let's get into the real meat and potatoes. These are the numbers. If you guys follow my videos every month, which I do appreciate you guys, this is the report you know I love more than everything because it's really what's more meaningful to you guys. If you're a buyer or seller, you can come in here and you can say, what price point am I if I am a seller? Where's my home value? If I'm a buyer, what price point am I thinking about buying in? And I can see what's actually happening in that market. So let's look at the $600,000 to $800,000 price point. There's 480 available homes on the market. Those homes have been on the market for an average of 60 days. 212 homes are pending. That's 31%. So very much in line with the average market. About 511 homes in the last 6 months came on in this price range and did not sell, while 1,562 successfully sold, okay? And those homes that sold on average in just 35 days on the market. They came on with an average price of $705. You can see they had some type of price adjustment. So the original list price, final list price when it went under contract, and then the final sales price. So you can see there was a little bit of a price adjustment and then a little bit of negotiation, and it closes right around 98, 99% of asking price. Currently, if you're in that market, there's 1.8 months of inventory, so less than 2 months. What does that mean? That means there's still strong buyer demand. Expect your home to be on the market for just under 60 days, okay? That's based on the current buyer demand. You can see this is bright red, okay? All this is under about 3 months supply of inventory. But here's where the data gets really important. If you're considering, do I put my home on the market at $799,000 or do I go $800,000? Well, that little distinction puts you at 1.8 months of inventory to 2.4 months of inventory. That's a big change in the number of homes you would be competing with. Okay, so some interesting things you may want to consider when you're going on the market. Okay, this is how we use this data when we are assisting home buyers and home sellers. And you can see the market really shifts at about 800,000 to a million. When you get over a million, you really start to see the orange, which is starting to get us closer to more of that neutral market, a balanced market. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's take a snapshot of the overall market. Overall market, 1,960 homes available for sale. 62 days on market is the average home right now in North Dallas. The average home is listed at $781,000. 31% of all the homes listed is already under contract. And right now we're looking at 2 months supply of inventory, which if you look at the sliding ladder right here, that is a favorite seller's market. Let me go back full screen here, talk to you guys a little bit about this so you understand. What are we seeing right now? Right now, we have finally seen some relief in interest rates. About 4 weeks ago, rates were as high as 8.2%, 8.125%, but they did cross into the eights. In the last 4 weeks or so, we've seen rates come down 1 full basis point. So back down into the sevens, the very, very, very low sevens. We've actually had some of our buyers get locked in with a lender in the 6.5 to 6.75% rate. So yes, we've seen significant movement in the interest rate. So as of the day of I'm recording this, which is December 12th, rates today are probably about 7.05, 7.1%. With a little bit of a buy down, you could probably get a rate at about 6.875 with a good lender right now. So not into the eights, which is great. You'd be looking at high sixes, low sevens. So there's some relief. What we are expecting, you guys may have seen some of the headlines of the Federal Reserve. They're actually meeting today, so we'll see the result of that. I don't expect any movement from the Federal Reserve on the rate. We are hearing that there's an expectation of some cuts actually coming down on the Federal Reserve. You know, we've seen increase after increase after increase throughout 2023. The expectation is some decreases throughout 2024. Most people are expecting interest rates in mortgages to really settle somewhere in the mid to low sixes in 2024. Now, what does that mean? It means if you're a buyer, yes, that's good news. However, think about what I just shared with you. There's not a lot of homes for sale on the market when rates have been in the sevens and eights. Not a lot of homes for sale. Homes are still selling. Home values are still going up. Yes, they are not going up at 10, 20%, but they're still going up. What do you think happens when interest rates go down to 6.25% or 6.5%? All the buyers who've been waiting for the last year when rates are at upper sevens and eights, they come flooding to the market. We already have less than 2 months of inventory in many price points. Buyers end up having to compete again. If you remember what competing meant 12, 18 months ago, it meant overpaying for homes, waiving contingencies, waiving home inspections, waiving appraisals, sometimes having to pay additional cash out of pocket. That's what could happen again if we see the flood of buyers into the market with a reduced interest rate. So why am I saying that? Well, it's because the smart buyers, what they're doing is they're taking advantage of the low dip right now. They're finding their home. They're negotiating a better deal right now when they're not having to compete. Sellers, as I showed you, are being a little bit more reasonable on their price. They're negotiating that deal. They're getting a decent rate. And then when rates come down, they will refinance. So they get the house they want now. They negotiate a little bit better of a deal. they get the advantage of the refinance later. And if the market does go up because of the frenzied buying market, if rates drop, they get all the equity later. Okay, so it's a win-win-win-win. Sellers, you're getting the advantage of there's not a lot of competition, so you're still getting strong buyers. So you may be a seller saying, well, wouldn't I just wait for the frenzy? And you could, but then you have to remember, you might also be a buyer, which means you'd have to buy into that market again, which means you'd be the buyer overpaying and waiving the contingencies, which means you might not be able to get an offer accepted because you have a home to sell. So you might say, I want to get my home sold now, get my cash and be ready to buy, or buy now and be that buyer who takes advantage and has the win-win-win now. Whatever it is, whoever you are, whether you're buying or selling, here's my offer to you. Let's connect on a free homeowner strategy call. Let's look at the stats. Let's look at the projections of 2024. I've got the top analysts, the economists. There's 7 of them who are doing the interest rate analysis for 2024, the home value appreciation analysis for 2024. Let's look at that, plus the seasonality curve as it relates to North Dallas. And let's put a game plan together. How do you take advantage of this market? How do you win, whether you're buying, selling, or investing in the DFW market? How are you one of those smart buyers that gets ahead? Well, let us help you and put that strategy together. We'd love to earn your business. We'd love to be your real estate agent here in the DFW area. And our goal is to make sure our buyers or sellers are educated and they win. They get the best results that are suited to their needs and their time frame. Let's use the data and our expertise to make sure you win and you get the best deal. All my contact information is below. Let's connect, and we look forward to helping you. Make sure you guys check out our next month's video when we release the Dallas, Texas housing market update report. Take care, everybody.